I was at work yesterday. I was in this big like walk-in cooler, and we have these like tall shelves of things stacked. And my mission at that moment was to get the lemonade set up. So I secured the lemonade container that we put outside, but we make backup lemonade. And for some reason, I was like, why do they put the lemonade all the way up on this top shelf? Because this baby's like 30 pounds, okay? And that's not a big deal, right? But for me to have to get the lemonade down before the shift and maybe have some of it like drip down on me, I was like, no, not the move this time. So one of the chefs had just walked in the cooler, and I was like, could you please help me get the lemonade that's way up there because it's really high? And they walked over and they looked at me and they were like, or they just started laughing and they were like, Rachel, are you sure you don't want that one that's like right in front of your face? Like there was one that was like way lower and literally right in front of me. And like we just busted out laughing because it was like, are you sure you don't want to do this like in the easiest way possible? Like, why are you trying to get that one that's like way up there? And we just stood there and we were laughing, laughing, laughing. I was like, in my mind, I was like, is this the theme of today, Rachel? Like, where else in your life, like, are you trying to choose the path of difficulty? Like, maybe everything you want is just laid out right in front of you so easily. So that was like the funniest thing that happened yesterday. I still keep laughing about that because I'm like, it was right in front of my face. And I feel like things are like that all the time. It's like it's right in front of our face. Like why do we think that something is so challenging to us? It makes me think of like the health, of course, the health, the body. And it makes me think of time. And somebody asked me about time yesterday. Do you ever think about space and how it's ever expanding and like where is it expanding to? And I'm like, yeah, I always think about that. Time. But like timing is everything, especially with nutrition, exercise, nutrients. Like the biochemistry is a daily process and it's not a far reach. It's not a far unobtainable reach. It's really right in front of your face. That's what it makes me think about. The biochemistry. If I every single day habit health, if I every single day I just start my day off with like essential amino and fatty acids like filled with nutrients, then cascading throughout the day, I'm like easy peasy. It's like greasing up the door hinges to open the door easily instead of like struggling with this rusty door. You know what I'm saying? Like let it be easy, Rachel. Are you sure you don't want that one that's right in front of your face? Could it be that simple? Right? Like I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I eat a lot of ground beef and eggs. That's where I get my amino and fatty acids from. And when I eat these things, like it always makes me feel like satiated, full. My skin feels hydrated. Like right now I'm in the fasted state. I'm moments away. You are one meal away from being so abundantly full in vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. You know, that's what I was thinking yesterday. You are one moment, you're one meal away from feeling so satisfied. And I was thinking about this too this morning, how when they first discovered the pancreas, they just thought it was like this pillow in the body that took up space and like didn't do anything. And it's incredible now, all of our $1 billion pharmaceutical industry now targets the pancreas for these medications. That's insane, right? So it's like you think, it's like we're always missing things. Like it's like they thought the pancreas was just a pillow in the body. That's so hilarious. Still, even so, we think the appendix doesn't do anything. I think it's related to immune function, of course. Everything has a purpose in the body. Everything has a purpose in the cell. And when we first discovered all these things, like we couldn't even see these things until we developed the microscope, right? And then we look and we're like, oh my gosh, there's cells. And then, oh my gosh, there's bacteria in the air. There's tons of bacteria. There's oxygen. There's other things in the air, pollutants, toxins, everything. And then we think about this like everything is designed in its perfect order. Who created the universe had a majestic hand. Nothing is by accident, nothing is by coincidence. Like every single person that we meet is a reflection of us and everything that happens. But I just want to touch back on the biochemistry. If you are in a depleted phase, if you are in a high cortisol state, if you can't get your blood sugar regulated, if your cholesterol's out of whack, everything, line up with your circadian rhythm. The system must be obeyed. The circadian rhythm must be obeyed. Without the obedience, without the discipline, chaos and confusion will happen all the time. Chronic diseases is chaos and biological confusion. Very simple if you think about that. And what do the mitochondria need? They just need light. When you look at nutrition, why do we even eat? We eat because of amino and fatty acids. This is what builds our system. And it's so beautiful if you really think about it. So if you have a high processed food diet, or like, let's just say like you're just going through life and like maybe you only eat for pleasure. I eat for pleasure all the time. But pleasure is not the reason that we eat. We eat for clarity in the body. We eat for cellular peace. So it's so important to be clear with what you want with your body. Why do I eat? I'm filling you with zinc, potassium, magnesium, calcium, boron, selenium, all these little bitty micronutrients. The cell is at chaos when it doesn't have this. I was thinking about this too. I watched a video of like, I listened to like a lot of different doctors, a lot of different people in the health space. One thing that makes me like angry, it makes my like I feel anger in my body, is when people in the health space selling health products will say, yeah, it's almost impossible for you to get all your nutrients, all your micronutrients. So everybody should be on a multivitamin. Everybody should be on an amino acid supplement, a methylated amino acid. All of these things come from food. If you look at what an egg is comprised of, it comes from food. So yeah, like I'm not against supplementing, but I am against this, you'll never get this, so here, buy my product. Buy my commercialized product, because without it, you are just going to live in chaos. Like, I get so angry with that, because it's like we need to be educated on where does this come from. If I don't have the means to spend hundreds of dollars on supplements and amino acids and protein powders, all this stuff, what are my other options? For me, I was in a very depleted phase in my body, very stressed, high histamine state last year, feeling wired, strung out, at my wit's end, so fatigued. And I said, where does this food, I was looking at some supplements because I was like, I really need some help right now. I feel so depleted. I'm looking at these supplements and I'm just like thinking about, Rachel, what if you just started eating organ meat, like chicken livers, beef livers? So I went on this journey of eating chicken and beef liver like every single day for 4 months straight. Like, people were looking at me and they were like, ugh, you're eating this liver? But me, like, I'm like, all of our minerals and nutrients come from Mama Nature. Like, she designed man who made lab to create pill, right? But she also gave us everything that we needed in the environment, right? Even vegetables, like I don't talk about vegetables because I'm biased animal-based proteins, but mushrooms, right? Potatoes, like these are some things that, like onions, garlic, like blueberries. I don't eat too many sugars. I try to just stay towards my animal-based proteins the majority of the time. But everything that we could dream for and hope for that's in a pill form is in nature. This is why I planted a willow tree in my backyard, because aspirin, I have members of my family who take a baby aspirin pill every single day because they were told by their doctor to do that. Where does aspirin come from? It comes from the bark of the willow tree. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Mama Nature didn't miss. She didn't miss. She never misses. Karma never misses. What you get, what you put out into the world, you get back to you tenfold. Second law of physics, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. You're not stuck, and you're not, just because you're not on a multivitamin or a processed protein powder or amino acid, doesn't mean that you can't be filled with nutrients from our regular food. And like for me, I also have this thing where I'd prefer land animals over animals of the water right now, right? Like fish and salmon, just because where there's so many toxins and pollutants in the water, I feel like when I think about a cow, and they say like one cow can feed a family of 4 for an entire year, which is crazy. That's a crazy thought, right? Very sustainable for the environment. That land animal is healing with the sun. That sun is beating down on that animal and clearing out toxins, raising melatonin levels, just like us, clearing and cleansing the body. So that's what I think of when I think of land versus water. I drift more towards land animals. So just some hot takes, really. It's not your waist, it's your calf muscles. Keep putting on muscle in the body. Your calf is your second heart. It's our immune function in the body. So when you're thinking about nutrition, your kinetic energy is the highest form of your nutrition, because you can put the cleanest fuel in the car, but if the car is giving you, I'm 80 years old instead of 40 years old, like that's where your nutrition is gone. You are a co-creator with the nutrition. So continue to move, right? If you feel bloated, if you feel like when I eat red meat, I hear this a lot. When I eat red meat, I feel like I don't digest it well. It feels heavy. We need to ask, is the system running like it should be? Are we in circulation? Is there a backup in the system? Do I have enough stomach acid? The stomach acid should be breaking down everything, no problem. When we're stuck in the fight or flight, we deplete the stomach acid, and when we eat, we're not going through the digestive phase as strong as we should be. So this even looks like, am I able to get into a meditative practice every single day? Your relationship with your body comes primary to food that I'm eating, right? This is why Catholics and Christians pray before you eat. While you're slowing your body down and getting into a calm place, you're practicing gratitude. You're getting to a frequency where I feel rest and digested even before I'm eating my food. If I'm in fight or flight and I'm going to eat that food, I'm going to digest it just like I'm in fight or flight. My body is not in the way. It's not doing digestion when I'm in a stressed out place. So your meditation practice, it comes primary. Your meditation practice, your light practice comes primary to nutrition, right? Our ability to synthesize and create our own amino and fatty acids is like, that's why you're a biochemist, you're a creator. I hope all that made sense. You don't have to choose a hard path when something is right in front of you. So that's where we started with all of this, with the lemonade story. It's funny. Just laugh at yourself. Am I choosing the path of least resistance? Is there something right in front of me that I could work on? You know? Anyway, may you always be blessed with the clarity to know what isn't meant for you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Your intuition is constantly speaking to you. Make sure that you give yourself a moment to listen. Listen, the body listens. Symptoms is the body's way of speaking. So you can like, share, and subscribe. But as always, I do wish you the best of luck.